Hi everyone, I'm Haeri, and today I'm gonna be playing Survive 99 Night in a Forest and ranting about something random. This may become a series in the future. So I want to rant about the new Marvel reboot, as someone who has been watching Marvel for a very long time. So if you haven't heard, Marvel is getting a soft reboot after Avengers: Secret Wars coming out 2027. Which will be 1. Recasting our beloved characters like Iron Man and Captain America. 2. Recasting the X-Men. 3. Putting the whole Avengers thing in the background and bringing mutants, Fantastic Four and technically everything into one universe. I'm not saying it's bad, but recasting Iron Man and Captain America in the current timeline, Captain America Steve Rogers and Iron Man Tony Stark are both dead. I've seen this recasting thing before. They did it for Spider-Man and the Hulk. I've made my theories concerning this, which I will get to later or never. It's good, but I'm not sure it's good when a character is dead. So let's use our current timeline, Earth 19,999 according to Across the Spider-Verse. So in this timeline, 1. Iron Man and Captain America are dead. 2. Mutants don't exist, I think. 3. Fantastic Four doesn't exist here. 4. Miles Morales also doesn't exist. I've seen comments like the DCU did it, why can't Marvel do it? And the CEO or the head of Marvel said Marvel has been going downhill. I'm not sure whether the DC comics are still being produced because the movies take inspiration from the comics. Or the DCU has ended, therefore created a DCEU Detective Comics Extended Universe. This is a universe going out the comics, therefore making recasting easier and making the movies better. Yes, I agree Marvel has been going downhill since Endgame, well, cause they are making some certain movies to be shows and some certain shows to be movies. Spoilers for those who haven't watched. Now a Marvel show is something like Loki or WandaVision. Yes, those are supposed to be shows. It shows how Loki later became the god of every timeline. And it showed how Wanda started to cope with her grief by creating a hex which showed the sequel to Multiverse of Madness. The reason why some people didn't like Multiverse of Madness is because the person who wrote it didn't read, watch, understand WandaVision. So it felt Nick connected to the timeline cause of bad writing. A movie that should have been a show is The Eternals. These are people who have been on Earth for over 5,000 years. 1. Why haven't we heard of them throughout every movie? In fact, one of them said I met Thor when he was a baby, now he's an Avenger, stating this took place before any event. 2. What made them to come? They aren't aliens of any outer cellular beings. They're like gods who guide the human civilization. 3. Those monsters, where did they come from? That would have been a good plot for a really good show. But no, Marvel decided let's make this a movie and live life the way we want it. Did the movie flop? Abso-fucking-lutely. Did I enjoy the movie? Yes, I did. Did I hope that there would be something more? Yep. Did anything more come out? Nope. Was it a stand-alone movie? No. Now let's talk about how Marvel seems to try and copy DC. The DC has rebooted multiple times, therefore created multiple extended universes. Marvel has multiple universes connecting in some way. If Marvel reboots recasting Iron Man and Captain America, it creates a separate universe which might not connect, like to parallel universes that will never connect. Marvel gives me joy by making me connect majority of their universes. Taking that away just doesn't feel right. And other people may think, well, if I can't connect it, what's the use of watching it then? So Marvel is losing a hell lot of cash if they do this. There is one thing Marvel is known for: the Avengers. When you think Iron Man, you think Marvel. Now putting that aside and using it as background characters, I say will not look good. It's like putting a side character as a main character and watching the main character die. Then what's the point of the movie? Again, I heard a rumor that Marvel wanted to put in a white Black Panther. Not like the person is an albino, like European white. Let's take a look at Wakanda. A place that has never been colonized and will not be making space to be colonized. The only white people is seen as Bucky Barnes, and the white guy Shuri helped. And you expect a country that doesn't want to be colonized to have a white protector. In not being racist, but it doesn't seem right. So Marvel, if you ever see this, do not. And I say do not make Black Panther white. If it was a joke, it's not a funny joke street, all cause in the comics I'm sure as hell Black Panther ain't white. Unless it's a completely separate universe where Wakanda was colonized. But again, I don't think that universe would function. That universe would have a war, cause imagine every country fighting for vibranium the same way every country was fighting for adamantium. So now back to the recasting thing, it's gonna be long. One thing I've learned from Spider-Man. Far From Home, the recasts are the universe where he Avengers done exist. If you notice when Tom Holland's Peter Parker says I'm part of the Avengers, as you see they both look confused as hell. Both of them said is that a band or something missing either their Spider-Man takes place way before any of the Avenger movies. I can't say it's after because we don't see any traces of them. No Iron Man statue, or this was where the Avengers first assembled type of thing. Like what we saw in Multiverse of Madness, when America took Doctor Strange to another universe, where we see a Doctor Strange statue saying he sacrificed during the Infinity War, meaning something similar to the Avengers existed, the Illuminati. So Marvel doesn't really need a reboot. It needs better writers like what they used for Endgame, and writers that have watched the movie connecting to the one they're writing, good directors. And also Sony said that the head of Marvel shouldn't touch Miles Morales. To me, that's like saying, whatever you out your hands on fails. So the head of Marvel don't reboot, just improve and follow the goddamn comics. If not, you're gonna lose fans. So I hope the head can't reboot Marvel and, before his contract has ended, anyways, and done ranting. Have a nice day. Like, subscribe, and Jesus loves you.